welcome back my shining stars. I hope that you're doing so well today. So I have a little mini ship with me. I sold 3 things this weekend, so I'm gonna just ship them up, package them up and ship them out today because tomorrow's Christmas Eve and I'm leaving for London in like literally exactly a week from yesterday. I'm leaving for London, so I don't know how much videos I'll be able to like upload, so I want to try and get some videos out before I leave so that you have content to watch in case if I can't upload, but I plan on uploading vlogs. I thought I'd show you what I sold. So I sold these Gap 1969 30 tall original fit jeans, and they're button fly, super cute. I tried to sell them at Plato's and they weren't taking them, and so I just sent out a really good offer on Poshmark and I sold them. So I'm here for that. I think I got them for like $1 at that dollar thrift store, so I mean I'm making like $5.61 on them, so technically $4.61, which isn't too bad. I mean, Gap jeans I feel like you can do better, but I just wanted to get them out. So my mom and I reuse all of our packaging for the most part, so this is probably from like either shoes or from like a candle from like Marshall's or something. Oh, I just ripped this paper, so we'll save that for shoes. But I always take twine or baker's twine or ribbon or extra fabric, cut it into strips, and then tie it around the package just to add something cute. And then also like twine and stuff like that is compostable, which is really cool. If it were to end up in the trash, it will compost. And then I just have a thank you card, which is recyclable, so I mean all this stuff can be recycled, which I think is pretty cool. And then I try and reuse any mailers that we get. So here's one. This one's pretty big, but we always like try and cut it at the top nice so that we don't have to worry about it looking crappy. But I'm just gonna slip this in here. I'm just gonna use some tape for now to shut it, just so that nothing falls out, but I'm gonna tape it with Packers tape. I think on my wish list one day is to get the tape from No Issue Tissue, because their stuff is like all compostable and I think that's really cool. And right now I'm recycling as many mailers and tissue and even thank you cards as I can, but it can be really hard, and tape is plastic, so I try to reduce what I give people as much as I can as a reseller. I will take one of these slips, so I always order these ones, or I get like the ones that are actually meant for like labels, but these are fine too, and these are all free on the USPS website. And those are the pants. So a way for me to keep track of what item goes with which label, I always write it on the back of the label, and I still have a printer, or I have to print all my labels off. I don't have like a label printer yet, but that's also on the wish list. And now I lost my scissors. There they are. So I'm just gonna cut this out and smack it onto the package. So then this is what it looks like when it's done. I think it's pretty nice. Sometimes I add stickers to it if I feel like jazzing it up or something. But otherwise, 1 package down, 2 more to go. So then I sold this romper from Sparkle and Fade, which is a brand carried by Urban Outfitters. I'm sure this might be sold even at like Nordstrom and stuff, but this sold on Mercari. I made 2 sales on Mercari the last 24 hours, so that's really nice. It's been picking up for me on there. I'm just gonna cut some like random threads that are on here just to make it look nicer. But this one is really cute. I got it from a mystery box, I think from Randy. This is in a video. I'll pop it up in the cards if I remember to do so. I have ordered like 2 or 3 mystery boxes from Randy Hutchinson, and her stuff is usually pretty good. Some things I've had to like donate because they just weren't selling, but I feel like that's kind of a given with buying mystery boxes. Not everything is going to sell because everyone's closet is just so different. It's just something that I've learned as a reseller. It is pink tissue, I'm guessing from Victoria's Secret probably, and if there happens to be hair on it, I always make sure to lint roll it, but this one is like that kind of fabric where hair just kind of doesn't even get on it. So I've changed the way that I package up my items quite a bit over the years. I just dropped my toy on the floor. But I've changed it over the years because I feel like you find a new way to package things that like make it look a little bit more nicer every time. So I try. I've done like everything. I've added gifts to my packages. If it's like a really expensive purchase that someone made, I will most likely give them something, just like a little something, nothing crazy. Here's another mailer I'm gonna be able to use. So that's exciting. I'm gonna remove some of the writing on here or cross it out or something. But this is the second package. But yeah, I've definitely changed it up over the years because you just like find new ways to do things and adopt ways that people have done things in the past. Third thing and final is this pink Victoria's Secret sweatshirt. This is like a brand that does okay for me. I feel like it, depending on the style of the sweatshirt, it brings a lot of buyers or likers to your closet, which is really nice because it's just a popular brand. I feel like it's always been really popular. It's kind of over expensive for what you get, but I find it at the bins and I've been slowly not picking it up anymore because it doesn't do as well as it did when I first started on Poshmark. I sold this on Mercari for $15, free shipping, so I'm making like $8 and change, and considering it was probably like $1 or less at the bins is really not that bad. I was trying to sell this also at Plato's Closet, but it wasn't selling, so I'm happy that someone else can buy it or that did buy it and will wear it. There's just like a small hole, so I think that's probably why Plato's wasn't taking it. But sometimes they take this stuff, sometimes they don't. It's really, they're kind of moody. I feel like they don't always take everything that you think that they'll take, which happens. I just sold the 2 of them this past weekend and I made like $24 altogether, so not a lot, but I was like moving out stuff that I didn't need anymore and that wasn't selling for me. I try and make sure that all my packages look nice. Obviously when you get them in the mail, they're kind of crumpled up and stuff, so I don't expect it to look the way it did when I packaged it up, but I try my best. And usually people are pretty cool about it. Then I'm just gonna use one of these really big ones I got from Smile Mail, which is You Pack and Ship. She sells these on Poshmark in the wholesale market, and I got a ton of these, and I didn't even know that I ordered the big ones until they came, and I was like, wow, those are big. And little did I know that I'd use them so much. They're amazing for like larger items and sweatshirts, jackets, jeans, bundles. I've been able to put in here, so it has like a cute little saying on it. It says make your side hustle your career, and then it has the Poshmark logo on it. So it's nice because they partnered with Poshmark for this. I feel like I haven't talked very much in this video. I'm like concentrating on packaging these up. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to London. I'm studying abroad for 3 weeks and before I graduate in the spring. So I'm really excited for that. I've always wanted to go to London. So the time has come. I'm very excited. And I am going with one of my really, really good friends. She actually watches my YouTube videos, so shout out to Sydney. And I think it'll be really, really exciting. She also has always wanted to go to London, so yeah, she always says that like it's kind of like a good little like toe dip into the like traveling overseas, which I think is very true. Because traveling to London, I mean, they speak English majority of the time, and which like I know a little bit of Spanish and a little bit of French, and a little bit of Chinese actually, but I don't know like enough to be fluent. So I used to with Spanish, but I really lost my touch with that, which is too bad because I love Spanish and the culture a lot. So I've always wanted to learn like a ton of languages, so I feel like that's one of my goals for like the next couple of years. But I'm so stoked. I think next I'll want to go to like Ireland, Scotland, Norway. I have my aunt lives in Sweden, so well, actually she's from Sweden but she lives in Norway. She lives near Oslo, so I feel like that'd be really, really exciting to go over there. I've done a lot of like culture projects on Norway because I'm Norwegian and I'm also Swedish, so it's always been like really cool to like learn about cultures and languages, and I love anything to do with that stuff is amazing to me, and just the topic of culture is super cool. And as a communications major, I've talked to people from all different countries from classes I've had to take, which I think was really cool too. And my dad used to live a bunch of different places when he was in the Navy. He was based in Honolulu. So he lived in Hawaii for like almost 6 years. I think it was like more 4 or 5 years, but I say 6 years because it was about like 5.5, I think. But he traveled like everywhere, and my dad was really cool. So he instilled in my sisters and I and my mom to travel more, and so that's something that I've always wanted to do, like not only in memory of him but like for me, because he said like traveling is just so good for you, it's good for the soul. And I think that's like so true, because I'm saying like a lot because it's one of those days. I think like going to London is going to bring me a lot of opportunities, and I've always wanted to live there too, so maybe one day I'll go to grad school there or something. But yeah, so I have lots of dreams, lots of things I want to do, and Poshmark is the start of that. I think being your own boss is really cool, and I love selling clothes on Poshmark. I love being able to thrift for things and sell them and give them to a new home, and they would have otherwise ended up in the landfill, which I think is crazy. So I definitely try my best to sell what I can on my Poshmark. I always have everything linked down below, all of my links to my socials, to all of my closets and shops. I sell vintage goods on Etsy, so if you're interested in anything like that. And of course, any music that I use, I make sure to link that down below as well for everyone, so that you guys can go ahead and check those out. But it's already been 14 minutes, that's crazy. So I'll check you guys later. I hope that you're doing so well. Happy holidays, and stay safe and shine bright. Bye.
It's the time.